Hello, 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 and welcome. This is Julie with the Jewel Design, and welcome. We're here today with a quick flip through of this tall, skinny cherry blossom Zen Garden journal that I've been working on. You've seen me work through pieces of it, quite a bit probably, but I just wanted to go through one final flip through so you knew for sure this is it, this is the end, this is all the things we did with it. As you can see, it's a very tall journal. It is a full 11 plus inches. The papers are 11, so this sits just inside it. Then we're about 11 and a half inches tall. And we are, let's see, officially, what did we end up with our width? We ended up with a cover width of a little over 4.5, almost 4 3/4. Like probably if we could flatten it, we'd be close to 4 3/4, which means the pages inside are as small as I think 8 by 4 1/4 up to 11 by 4 1/4. It just depends on the paper. It was a printable, whether it was eco-dyed, whether it was a piece of notebook or a magazine or something else that came from it. Sort of varied. So you definitely have some 4 by 11, 4 by 9 inch pages to work on. It's a 64 page single signature with a Amazon crunchy bag fabric cover. So fabric on the inside, fabric on the outside, layered and glued. And all glued down with pretty little corners. Now these are not Tim Holtz, these are just an Amazon favorite. I got like a 90 count of all kinds of different ones, so we did that. So it's lace fabrics, the mesh stuff, trim, just paper and silk ribbon. I didn't silk, but just ribbon, flowers, and then the front, the back just sort of tools around to it. So sort of fold everything over to the back side. Nice and clean. Now it is white. I didn't think about that when I made this. Here we are talking about a white journal with pencil or pen. Yeah, why not? But it is handmade, so it's perfectly imperfect, and it is, made with love, and that's what matters. So I put it back where I had it, so I don't want to mess with it. In the end, it will be tied around a couple times just to keep it closed, because this thing very easily just wants to stay open. I find it open more times than not. It's finally with weight sort of getting there. But we're going to just wrap it with this, of course I blanked. Anyway, it comes from my scrap cabin shop. It was one of my birthday gifts. I need a bunch of colors. And quality paper crafting. Great, cute little shop on Etsy. And my scrap cabin shop. Yeah, so she has all kinds of great little supplies. And my mom Laurette uses this all the time, my mom. And so I had to have a side of it, and I think this is going to just be a nice neutral to sort of tie this closed so that it doesn't keep popping open everywhere we go. But I didn't want to bother dealing with that right this second when I need to show it to you. So let's see. I guess I'll sort of flatten it out. I want to make sure it's all there. So I did some lace in here. It's not a tuck, it's not a pocket. It's just some overlay to sort of hide some of my imperfections. There are pages in here from my digital, the papers, the Zen Garden paper, the Cherry Blossom Zen Garden paper kit. Right, so these pages are on the back that I printed, are in the kit, and you have this lovely bordered page halves that you can easily write on. Then I had some paper, eco-dyed and Kool-Aid dyed papers by just handcrafted by Just Gigi. She did a pink, a green, and a tea dyed, I think, for me, which came out beautifully. Almost everything has a page. Now, out of the 64 pages, as in book pages, not papers, book pages, 44 of them are totally writable. Means they can be written on or have a pocket of some sort on them to where you have a couple cards and tags to write on. So, this page is still writable because guess what? There's something to write on. So I counted that as a page. So you have 44 pages to write on in some fashion. And there's probably a few extras, but I didn't, if you wanted to leave it decorative, you wouldn't have counted it. Or you can expand this by adding on to it, right? White gel pen on here, a word up there, I don't know. But you can write right here, which is great. You have tiny little cards in here. I just thought they were super cute. I had to make the pocket on the bottom to make it work for the size that I wanted. So I just was like, well, let me just put cute little things in here. Like, I don't know, why not? Cute little things in the bottom to remind you that there are there. I just showed you that pocket. And even the pocket itself, like that second pocket, the littlest things can be written on this stuff. It could be a word, it could be a gratitude, it could be a favorite quote, something that helps you with your day when you wrote that day, something that's going to be beneficial to you, of course. and writing space. This is where I didn't count it as a page, but that doesn't mean you couldn't sort of write within the lighter colors of the page. But the back, on the other hand, totally writable. Now, you didn't get to see everything. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the reel real quick of me showing this off. And I've even added an extra little babble. I don't know. Cute little goodie to it. I couldn't help myself. But it is a paper clip. It's tucked inside the paper backing. So it's just on one side pop paper clip that you can see. But I just put it here. I just thought it was really cute. You've got a pocket up here to add as you see fit, or just leave it open. And you do have a journal card here on the bottom. Flip over to write on it. Again, if you do follow me here, this is not just a first time ordeal that you happen to be watching a flip through. My last video does show me making these cute cards. Paper bag, recyclable, whatever, bordered journal cards. And these are all just using the pieces I put out just recently. And just parchment paper and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, go look at that little 40-minute video that I did earlier in the week. So, there's digitals, looks like a signature in the middle of the signature. It's not, it just happens to be back to back. Really great writing space. Like this, I did not count. That's a lot going on. That's just a pretty picture to look at. The middle of the signature is a pretty picture to look at, right? Here we go again. Now this one was sort of a bummer. I did do this and I didn't plan on covering this, but it was just the timing. So you don't lose it completely. Again, itty bitty space, two things to write on, plus the whole top can still be written on. So, I tried not to waste the space. If I thought you didn't have any space, I gave you space. And if there was space, I'm changing it up a little bit. Think every so often you have my fussy cuts that I turn into stickers and I put them on the page. Little washi strip, digital page, printed, right? Digital from the kit. This little goodie, this was something I just added in real quick. It's from my scrap board that I took a picture of and posted in my YouTube channel. Sometime last week. Yeah, last week. Took a picture of working on my scrappy masterboard. And so this had just the right color scheme, and then I backed it so you can write on it. So this page is not wasted. So that actually makes it page 45. I did not have this page in place. So now you have front and back because you have a nice long journal card to work with. So now you have 45 pages. I just added that in. So there you go. That was my final touch. And then we get to the middle signature. And then there is this cute little cluster on the bottom of some antique gold colored doohickeys, beads, little floral key, inspire, and of course made with love. So cute little charm on the bottom of this. Just make sure we keep it tight, and it just sort of sticks out on the bottom. So that's your middle of your signature, and then we just reverse it back the other way. Some things like this. This is where okay, I didn't count it, wouldn't count that, that fun stuff. But even here, you could single word write something, make yourself your own little one word lined poem. I don't know. Get crafty. Get creative, right? Get creative in your writing. Like, we want to get creative in our journaling. We just want to be able to journal, right? Like here, you have both ability to write, again, a little skinnier than the page itself, but you could write down here, and then a journal card, or journal tag, I should say, can also just be used. We have this one here. So you can write top, you can write bottom, and then you have maybe your hidden messages that cover it, so you have something to read once you get to that point. More double pages, more pockets. I did this on camera too, so just sort of throwing the pockets in place. But not too much, just, so then we get into our full page journal card and a Rita Donnelly flip. So you've got definitely, lots of places to write on here. Again, this could have been written on if you wanted to, but I didn't count it. So if you just wanted something pretty, you left it be. If you needed more space, you could, this one definitely is so light. You could have written on, you can write on that page. Other side, not writable, but I gave you a journal card and a Rita flip to write on. This one, not so easy to write on. You could decide to cover that up, not because you can't really read all the poem all in one shot, because half the words are on the other side. I do have a cute little pocket though here on the bottom. You can always add more paper and stack it up. You could cover this up to write on it. You could do things to it, but just a pretty page to the other side of that birch poem. And away we go. And then the back, it has my scrappy corrugated bookmark paperclip, right? You can use a bookmark. I would think mostly it's a bookmark, so you know where you left off. You can paperclip the pages together, and you know where you've written on so far. So you have sort of two potential bookmarks and placeholders, but I'm just putting it here in the back because a nice little place to hold it. Since the front is already sort of decorated, we don't want the paper clip to catch on anything, or even the corrugated. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Finished off again, like I said, with the corners. You've got our fabrics, everything's glued in. You've got plenty of pages, the 45 pages to write on, and many journal cards and tags inside here that allow those 45 pages to be considered writable. So there we go, a nice 11. I keep bringing that forward, huh? Nice little 11-inch by 4 3/4 inch, or actually that's just 11.5 by 4 3/4 inch cover, skinny journal. Or tall journal, super tall journal? Tall journal. I don't know, it's not really skinny. I think skinny would be even smaller, or be like 4 inches barely. So it's not super skinny, because I think that'd make it hard to write on, but a nice 11.5 by 4 3/4 inch journal. Nice and tall, long writing. You're not feeling like you have to write long sentences, but you have a nice length to work on. I'm left-handed, so that's why I turn it this way, but if you're right-handed, I don't know. And do you guys turn your papers this far? I don't know. I'm all left-handed. Yeah, we turn them quite a bit. I even have some friends who write completely upside down. They're left-handed, and they completely write upside down. It's so funny. So I appreciate you guys all watching this quick little flip through. I hope that when this comes up, that it'll go up on Etsy. At this time, I don't know if it's going up on Etsy. Right now, it's here, and if you're interested in it, let me know. And I can throw it up either just through Instagram, and we can do a invoice that way. Or if you prefer to buy it through Etsy, I have no problem listing it as a special custom order, and we can go about it that way. So we'll see. And you can always take a look. If it's not in the Etsy shop, then please message me here or message me over on my Instagram page. And we can do one of two things. We can go through PayPal, or we can go through Etsy. I don't really care either way. Whatever makes it easiest for you if you're interested in it. Otherwise, I think it's just going to sit in my little stash for a little while and debate on what to do with it. Since I already have my own, I don't know if I want a second one, but you never know. I may decide to get on a roll, and if no one wants this one, then it may become one of mine. But let me know if you're interested. Love you all very much. Thank you so much, and we'll talk real soon as we work on how to start a new journal, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided. I have too many things to do to know what to do with it. So anyway, thank you again all very much for liking, loving, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notifications so you never miss a video that comes up. And tag me, message me, and whatnot if you're interested. And we can go from there. So here's my Cherry Blossom Zen Garden Skinny Tall Journal. Done and over with as we're coming to a, before we know it, end of April. So love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.